I normally don't pay much attention to, or do my best to not pay attention to, any kind of negative comments. However, yesterday when I posted my original reaction to this song, there was one that, to be honest, was 100% right.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. The moment in the same time.
So I watched the video back and yeah, it's true. I did not put the effort into that video that I normally put into my videos, and I can blame it on a bunch of things, burnout, and just I filmed for like 6 hours yesterday. I've been taking a day off in a while, but still, that's no excuse. It's absolutely no excuse. I want to give you all the absolute best content that I can give you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give this song what it deserves. And before we start, as always, please go check out the Patreon, help support the channel. It means everything when you go there. We're watching The Voice. We're doing like brackets with The Voice. So, there's going to be like a winner and all this cool stuff. Also, I have a gaming channel. Okay, we're going to start. But one of the things I do want to say before we do is there will be a lot of pausing with this one. I'm going to talk really in depth about some of these things and why they make you feel the way that you feel. Because the baseline of this song is chaos. Every choice, at least that's what it seems like. It could totally be an accident, but every choice has the intention of creating that chaos, creating that feeling of almost anarchy. So keep that in mind. And again, we're going to go ahead and just jump in. Normal people things. So right away, notice how saturated the drums are. Saturation is like grit, but it's almost like a warm grit, and it really just like hammers in that feeling of angst, of that drive. It makes the drums feel more aggressive than they actually are.
Panic attack, we're back in track. Background home.
Here's another thing. So all of the instruments except for his vocals, there might be a little bit on his vocals, have that same kind of saturation on it, that same drive. But here, one of the reasons for it is because he's singing so low. He has this really low tone. He's like down in here, so like very, very low. And so what's happening is you want all of the instruments to take up this high end space so that there's all of this room in the low end frequencies for his voice to stick out and stay forward. So that's why all of that is on there.
For cerebellum.
Or at least it just helps.
Oh, what a blessing to meet someone like you. With eyes as dead as mine, as fine as normal people things, just to lie here in silence.
And I'm going to get to this on the second verse. We'll talk about it a little bit. But notice all of these like extra frequencies and things like that they're creating with the guitar. All of the feedback, the little chromatic walk down in that riff, which I'll talk about in a few minutes.
Spending days in self-medicating. That's too much waste. Unpleasant aftertaste. We think the same, play different games. Since I like to refuse, hope you blink before I do them pray.
Notice the doubles on his vocal there. So doubling is whenever you sing the exact same thing twice, but here they're almost like slightly out of position, so they rub against that original vocal, against the main lead vocal. That way there's that feeling of like dissonance, of stress, it almost makes you feel uneasy.
Pray that you'll go and do it anyway. Hold your breath, I'll make it worth the wait. Hold your breath to your chest and come back and see me. Makeup off my neck that I was using to hide the stubble rush.
Even that like even that lead up, it almost is like in EDM when you have those big builds. Same thing. It's creating anticipation and stress and tension.
I gave myself all shaving. Yes, it's probably a razor thing, but honestly, it's harmless. And I refuse to let the sensitive skin win. Oh, what a blessing to meet
Okay, I'm going to talk about that riff now, because now that you've kind of paid attention to some of those just weird frequencies and things that are, you know, the feedback, all of that stuff, that chaos, that little riff, which, let me explain. Okay, this is kind of odd, but it's 100% true, and it's something that you can use in music whenever you write. But that riff there's a little like chromatic walk down, so it kind of like falls out of key for a second. It breaks that, oh my God, I don't even know what the word is. Basically, it breaks the mold is the best way to say it, and no, not like Smash Mouth. But what's happening there is it feels out of place. There's one note in there that feels out of place, and it's playing off of the little minor too. So like whenever you have that little piece that like is out of place and it's repeated over and over and over again, it can, when you listen to it over and over again, it can actually increase cortisol levels in the brain. There are frequencies that do that, and so that induces stress and makes you feel more anxiety, more stress, you know, really just kind of hammers all that in. So all of this stuff working together is made to give you this almost feeling of psychotic anxiety.
Instead, it's mine, it's fine, it's no more people things, just to lie here in silence.
Here.
So we lie here in silence. Just we lie here in silence. This is no more people things, just to lie here in silence. Hold your breath.
Also notice the screaming silence. I mean, that's a great way to, you know, kind of create contrast in a song, but also that little pause that's been there on every chorus before is almost like literally holding your breath.
I'll make it worth the wait. Hold your breath to your chest. Come back and see me. Hold your breath to your chest. Come back and see me.
Yep. And so it's like the antithesis of normal things, which is, you know, a great play on the lyric. It's a great, you know, concept for a song. There's amazing contrast in this. If you want to hear a song that's very similar to this in feel, listen to Institutionalized. Go and listen to that and then come back. You'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That kind of sits in that same, you know, zone. But anyways, I know I covered a lot in this. I hope you enjoyed it. The original reaction is up on my Patreon. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. So